What's up guys? In this video I'll guide you through how to tint a taillight using Vivid's new Super Light Smoke Ultimate Tint for headlights and taillights. The techniques used in this tutorial apply whether you're using this film or their regular light smoke or dark smoke films as well. With that, let's go ahead and get started. Start off by ensuring your taillight and the surrounding area is thoroughly cleaned. With a piece that's big enough to cover your taillight, I like to do a quick mock-up of how I'd position the film, and then when I'm confident everything will fit, I then peel away about half of the backing liner. Next, I tack some of the vinyl onto the right side of the taillight as you see me doing to hold it in place. I then anchor the vinyl down a bit better with my squeegee and then peel off the rest of the backing liner. Next, because I have a bunch of excess vinyl at the bottom that would bind me up during the install, I cut that away because it's just unnecessary vinyl that would impede the installation. With that done, I then pop the vinyl up and heat the entire piece or all the vinyl that's loose so that I can glass and stretch it over the side as evenly as possible using the triangle technique or pulling the vinyl in a triangular fashion so it's glassed as well as possible as I come around that bend. I'm going for flat glass in the middle, and I'm okay with some angled horizontal lines at the top and at the bottom as I come around the side. Now I got that down and I noticed that I had an air bubble trapped in pretty close to the middle, so I popped the top half of the vinyl back up to get that out, then reapplied that section of the vinyl. Notice when I reapplied the top section of the vinyl, I used the triangle technique to put the vinyl back down and then squeegeed it out. I then glassed out the bottom section as well, again using a triangular technique fashion, and then squeegeed that vinyl down. Now with the film all the way to the end of the tail light, on the side towards the front, I then popped the edges back up about an inch or so to heat it. Since I had stretched the vinyl around to make it to the front side of the tail light, the vinyl is under some pretty decent tension. So if I leave it that way and cut it right at the edge, even though it looks nice, over time that will pull back and pull back pretty hard. So with the vinyl now popped back up, I heat it to let it shrink back, and you'll see it come back and kind of jump back and shrink. And so once it's cooled for a couple seconds but still slightly warm, I then squeegee the vinyl back down towards the edges of the taillight. You can add just a little bit of tension to help keep things clean as you apply, but do it very lightly and do it very little. Now the vinyl at the edges is fairly tension free, if not all the way tension free, and it won't pull back. At the top of the taillight where it bends around, I made a relief cut to get rid of vinyl binding on the body of the car in that section. This then allows me to pop the vinyl back up in that area, heat it to let it shrink, kind of like I did towards the front side of the vinyl towards the side of the front, and then squeegeed it to the edge. I then tackled the bottom at the bend, and then I went back over to the front side of the tail light again, adding some heat to eliminate any leftover tension from previously repositioning that area. So guys, the tail light is essentially fully wrapped at this point, so I checked over the edges where I started, which is the back of the tail light that meets the trunk hatch, and then hit everything with heat to see if there are any tension areas, but it also, doing so, shrinks the vinyl in those areas down onto the edges. After going over all the edges again to make sure everything was down, I elected to peel off the plastic protective cap before trimming. Now with the cap off, I could see the surface a bit better to then squeegee down any areas that look like they could use a bit more, and so now I'm ready to cut. Before doing so, I always snap off a new blade on my knife and then start to trim off the excess vinyl. I put the side of my blade on the side of my taillight, and which the side of the taillight then acts as a cut guide. I only have a little bit of blade out so that I don't scratch my car with my knife. And here, take your time and be careful with this step because you do not want to scratch your car or whatever car you're working on. Once you've cut all the way around, carefully pull away all the excess vinyl. And once you have all the excess vinyl removed, I then squeegee the vinyl and then use my wrap glove to go over all the edges to make sure everything is sealed down. And there you go. As you can see, once the plastic protective cap is peeled off, the finish of this tint is pretty amazing. It's really glossy, it's super smooth, and looks practically factory. And that'll do it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already, and have a great day.